I already had jalapeno, didn't I?
Yeah, we got to spin again. Jalapeno.
Oh, Carolina
Reaper. Oh!
We're in this to win it.
Carolina Reaper.
Oh, Carolina Reaper. All right.
So
we're going for it. Hold on, wait a second, Chad. That's not the right one.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. See, that one's darker on the outside. That's cayenne.
Oh, that's cayenne. All right.
We need this one. This is a
light
Carolina Reaper.
This
one's a Reaper. There you go.
Where is it?
It's got it looks like this. So this one's one as well.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Melinda, if we die.
Yeah, Melinda, sorry for any
sorry.
HR problems this causes you.
Very sorry.
With a couple deaths on air.
Okay. Cheers to the Reaper. Yeah, can we call SAVAC?
You know what? Stay by.
Ooh.
So it fools you. It tastes like a shell.
Oh my Lord. How we feeling?
Pretty bad. Let's read this box and see if there is any actual life-threatening potential things. Oh, consuming your own. Oh God. Consuming your own risk. Keep out of reach of children under 13, the elderly, and pets. Do not consume if you are allergic or sensitive to hot or spicy foods, peppers, or caps. Oh God, CAPSAICIN. No idea. Pregnant, breastfeeding, or have medical condition which consumption of an extremely hot food will cause an adverse reaction. Due to the hot nature of this food, it may trigger asthma symptoms. Do not give to persons without their permission, only after sharing this warning.
We
failed there.
Absolutely.
Whew, that's
hot. It's not as bad as I thought, but it's not enjoyable.
But my mouth is watering, and I could see the sweat.
I could use
from
some
the
milk.
monitor.
Oh my goodness.
Already? Oh no, it's getting worse.
It's not worse than the chip. It's not worse than the chip.
All right.
But
we gotta go
anyways, the show must go on because it's tournament time, and it's time to crown a new Luker Continental champion. So we will catch you in 2 minutes' time, right after the break.
Roll it.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel too. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
What's going on?
Yeah, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
Movie is 10:30.
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up of that one.
Matthew.
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Welcome back to Insert Funny Bradley line. Welcome to Late Night. As you all, sorry, remember things were getting spicy, no pun intended, in the Luker Continental Championship picture, and that's not stopping anytime soon. Our very own Luker Continental champion Luke Rosenthal has a video updating us on the status of his historic Luker Continental Championship reign, his longest reigning.
Longest running
champ.
6-time champ. Let's check it out.
Throughout my life, I've always strived to be the greatest version of myself. whether that's as a student, a family member, a friend, a brother, a foe. But I truly believe that there's been no greater version of myself than me today as your Luker Continental Champion. I said that I was going to go on an everlasting Luker Intercontinental World Tour. And unfortunately, guys, I lied. I lied to you. My reign of 9,462 days, and that's an important number, will end at 9,462 days. Unfortunately, from carrying Lake Night and Oswego Sports Entertainment, I've sustained a career-threatening arm injury, as you can see. Ow. That hurt. And it is with great displeasure that I relinquish my Luker Continental belt. This is not a goodbye. This is a see you later.
I will remember you. Will you remember me? I'm singing this song so we don't get copyright stricken down. Luker Continental on WTOP.
But never say never.
It's just an absolute travesty for
What a
Mr.
shocker.
Luke. What a shocker.
What a shock.
But after the blatant disrespect that man put on our show, it's time that he got a slice of karma.
And
We
have a brand new Luker Continental Champion. Drum
roll,
roll,
please.
Ta-da! Whoa! Look at that thing!
The new and improved, asbestos-free Luker Continental Championship.
Oh, yeah.
That is a beauty right there. And it is going to be around the waist or shoulder of one of these fine, lucky 6 men and or women. So, we're going to do a tournament, bracket style, to determine... Did I spit?
No, I was just wiping the hair with my hairs.
The new Luker Continental Champion. And via a bye, 2 people have already advanced. But stepping right up right now is Fiona and Garrett Chan. Where are they at? Come on down.
Garrett Chan.
Garrett Chan. Fiona, come on down.
Come on down.
Come on
down.
All right, we don't have a lot of time, so put a little pep in your step. Okay, so
little pep in the step.
You two will face the camera right here, and you will be doing a best 2 out of 3 rock, paper, scissors to see who
just
advances.
One and done. We'll just do one and done.
One and done. One and done. One and done. Let's see it.
Go on. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Go start.
You gotta say start.
Yeah, we'll go. Okay, I'll count it off. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Go again. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Garrett advances.
Get out of here, Fiona.
All right, Madeline and Kenny, bring your sweet Bippy out here. Come on.
Here comes Kenny.
Here comes Kenny. Give it up for Kenny.
Kenny G. Here comes Madeline.
And Madeline coming.
Ready? Count
Let's
it
see it.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. And
Oh,
Kenny advances! Now,
Mr. Kenny.
Now we bring Garrett out here to go one-on-one with Kaylee Richmond. Here comes Kaylee. All right, now this is Thumb Wars.
You two will be doing Thumb War.
Thumb Wars.
So we need a 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a Thumb War. And then you begin.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a Thumb War. Here we go.
What is this
Oh,
nonsense?
whoa.
2, 3, 4.
All right, Garrett wins.
Oh, my goodness. Garrett, way to show.
Garrett
my
with
God.
the upset, knocking off the #1 seed,
All
Kaylee
right.
Richmond. Now we bring in
Now, Kenny's
Kenny
coming on
Gerard
in, and we
and
need
Dom
to introduce
Perone.
one man to the show. Welcome, Mr. Dom Perone.
Oh, my.
Oh, my God.
I'm here to win this belt, fellas. All right? It's that simple. I'm not here to play, okay? So let's get this done, huh?
Okay.
All right.
Kenny, so this is going to be also a Thumb War.
What do we think about a thumb war, Mr. Dirty Dom?
Thumb war? I'll pay $100 to make it arm wrestling.
You want to do an arm wrestling?
Let's do an arm wrestling, huh?
Let's do
All
an
right,
arm
let's
wrestle.
do a
real
good
quick.
old-fashioned arm wrestling. What are we gonna do this? Probably here?
Here? Yeah, come back here. Come back
All
here.
right. Yep. Come on down. Let's see it. Dirty
You can't
Dom.
touch the title before you win it. We know
Can't
that's
touch the title
that's a
before you
rule.
win it.
Uh-oh.
I'll get out of frame here. You can have a seat or
I'm gonna
whatever you
sit
prefer.
still.
Yep.
I'm going to sit. Go ahead.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
For this in the bounds.
All right. I'll hold and I'll count you off. Runner set. 3, 2, 1, go! Don't break it up.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God! Dirty Dom! Dirty Dom! Oh my God!
I think we're going to call it. I think we're
He's
going to call
got
it.
it!
It's over.
The winner!
It's over.
Dirty
Dom
Dom!
Perone. But
Kenny,
now, hey, there's
it was
more.
a pleasure.
Get back in the shot because we have one
Here
more
we go.
final game. Mr. Alex Brooks, graphic director, throw up the picture that I was telling you about.
Throw it up.
It's a picture of Shetler.
All right, we
Show
got a
me
little
that
bit of
guys.
time.
You
All
guys
right.
have to go around the studio and find that duck.
All right, hold
It's
on.
hidden
hold
somewhere.
On. All right, we have a little bit of time, so I'm going to tell you. You both are going to explain what the Luca Continental Championship means to you. Garrett, go.
It means the world to me. Just winning this championship, winning this belt, it's going to be the best thing that happened.
Yeah, you can't hear us.
They can't hear us, so it's okay.
Go find it.
Go find it. 3, 2, 1, go.
This is in the bouts. Luca
Do we
Continental
have a
in the
handheld
bouts.
camera? Do we have a handheld camera?
In 1 minute,
In 1 minute.
we are going to give another hit.
Oh, here we go. Handheld camera. All right, we're seeing.
It's not back there.
Not
It's in the
back
studio.
there. In the studio. Let's go, Mr. Dom and Garrett.
45 seconds away from a little bit of a hint for you guys.
Things are getting spicy in the studio. Dom's looking. Oh, Dom.
I'll pay $1,000 to tell me where it is.
This is 1% of the dog.
Oh. All right, Dom's hotter than Garrett is right
Yeah,
now.
Dom's red hot.
Dom is red hot. Red hot.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new
Luca Continental Champion, Dirty Dom Perone!
You can't beat me!
Space
You
Tip
can't
out of
beat
Peter
me! I am the greatest!
Whoa, don't disrespect the title.
It's a
Yeah.
brand new title.
All right, what are you going to do in this championship reign, Mr. Dom?
Championship reign, very simple. I'm gonna go enjoy myself.
All right, Dom, step back up, step back up.
What? I got this.
I got to raise your hand. I got to raise your hand. Ladies and gentlemen, the new that's a nice shot of my leg. Luca Continental Champion, Dom Perone. Go celebrate, go smoke that stove, man, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, gentlemen. Your checks will be in the mail.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Wow.
Well, that was electric.
Oh my God.
Dirty
That was awesome.
Dom, the new undisputed Luca Continental Champion. And that's all we have for today.
That's all we have for today.
Bradley, what would you like to say?
Hey, I just want to thank everybody. It's going to be a great season of Lake Night. Make sure to stay tuned. We're only getting started. Now only 3 more episodes, chat. 3 more episodes. So once you watch this one, if you haven't watched the other ones, go watch them now. Get caught up because Lake Night is the show.
This season, and that's it. Never again. So savor these next couple episodes, and we will see you next week on Season 2. Congratulations, Dom. This is Jake Bradley.
Tonight on WTOP-10 Nightly News, why protesters are demanding answers from Columbia University.
And no need to panic, how students are preparing for this weekend's horror film festival.
Plus, today marked the return of an annual networking event. We'll tell you how it went.
WTOP-10 Nightly News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Brianna Saunders.
And I'm Seth Appleby.
Today, the SUNY Oswego campus welcomed professionals in the media field for the Lewis B. O'Donnell Media Summit. The 19th annual event brought together industry leaders to talk about this year's theme of Behind the Scenes in Hollywood. The summit is meant to help students network with alumni and learn about the different careers in the industry.
Throughout the day, participants made classroom visits to speak with students. The event culminated with a nearly 2-hour panel discussion in the Waterman Theater, with 4 panelists and a moderator. After the panel discussion, attendees networked with participants in the Tyler Hall Gallery.
One of SUNY Oswego's own, Professor Megan Mazzacone, served as the moderator for that panel discussion.
As WTOP-10's Matthew Rivenberg reports, Mazzacone brought her own industry experience to the table.
To graduation from SUNY Oswego, career coach and adjunct theater professor Megan Mazzacone says that SUNY Oswego helped prepare her to be a professional and was a great resource for her.
I made great connections with my faculty and staff, and many of which, with those mentors, I still talk to today.
Mazzacone says that the mentorship that she received, the connections she kept, as well as being involved as a student, helped her get her job at SUNY Oswego.
Well, we came back and taught a workshop, and one of the current theater faculty was super supportive of us coming back, sharing really a lot of the experiences we've had since graduation. And through that, it kind of planted the seed about if we ever wanted to seek out an opportunity full-time.
Mazzacone says she met with Dean Knapp and she showed an interest in wanting to give back like many of SUNY Oswego alumni.
She proposed the idea of me adjuncting a class. And through that, I got really introduced to Gary Morris, who is the Director of Career Services, who really introduced me to this world and this position.
Mazzacone says she is honored to be the moderator for this year's Media Summit.
But I'm so excited and I'm so honored and touched that you all would think of me. That's super humbling and really just exciting.
Mazzacone says that the theme of this year's Media Summit is wonderful.
My journey since graduation has taken me to many different roles, and I think that it's really great to expose students to all the different areas within this industry.
Mazzacone says that everyone can make an appointment with her through their Handshake account.
Meeting with the Career Services really can help. We have a lot of resources for you.
Career Services can help with building resumes and can help guide you in getting future careers and internships. Matthew Rivenberg, WTOP-10.
Matthew, thank you. Wellness management alumni are coming to campus to talk about careers in the field and how to get started. It's happening tomorrow from 4 to 5:30 p.m. Organizers say attendees will learn about enhancing their skills, connect with professionals in the alumni community. Alumni speakers include Emily Soderquist, the Manager of Education at Samaritan Medical Center, and Sakura Sneed, Events Operation Coordinator at Syracuse University. The event is happening in Park Hall, room 315.
The City of Oswego is holding a drug take-back event meant to help community members get rid of any expired or unwanted drugs. The event is happening at Mary's Woods in the Gallagher Building, located at 17550 Provost Street, Lake Oswego. Organizers ask people to bring pill or tablet medications in either a sealed plastic bag or the original container.
October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. The month raises awareness of the impact of domestic violence in 1 in 3 women, 1 in 4 men, and nearly half of LGBTQ+ people will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. The Oswego County Opportunity SAF program is the only domestic violence and rape crisis provider for Oswego County. SAF will display its survivor flags in locations in the county. Each flag represents a survivor SAF served in 2022. If you or someone you know is a victim of domestic violence, call the number on your screen. That's 315-342-1600.
SUNY Oswego's Film Club is getting festive for Halloween.
Let's go to our reporter, Quinn Galuski, for more.
Yes, that's right. I talked with a few students called the Panic Fest. After a stressful weekend of filming, these students are excited for the world to see their films.
It's Halloween, folks, which means that it's the perfect time to watch a horror movie. The Oswego Film Club agrees. Last weekend, students were given 48 hours to write, film, and edit their own short horror films. This weekend, they'll be showing them. Anyone interested in seeing student projects that are both scary and comedic, showings are happening in the Marano Campus Center at 2 p.m. this Sunday. Let's hear a little bit from the students who took part in this event.
So the role I played in the film, The Red Room, was I edited the film and I also was the cinematographer.
I was one of the actors. I was like put into like a chair. My character got like tortured in it.
In the film, I played Agatha, the like basic nerd.
I played character Lilith, who's like sort of alternative character, emo, goth-esque.
It's definitely scary. We wanted it to be unsettling. We think that the best horror is the kind that makes you kind of like queasy, you know?
It's definitely more funny than horror, but I think that it will get laughs out of people after watching some pretty spooky things. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we spent like a day just writing and then going straight into filming. Our editor spent 7 hours straight editing.
I encourage anyone to do it, because what they do is that they'll try and pair you up in like groups of other people. So if you've never really done filming before, you'll go with people who have.
Do you think you'll win?
We want to.
No. No.
And there's a lot of talented people besides us. I'm excited to see who else is going to be there, their performances. It'll be fun.
Good luck to everyone who participated.
Reporting live in the studio, I'm Quinn Galuski, WTOP-10.
Thank you. It's almost November, but it felt more like August outside today.
Let's take a first look at your forecast with Storm Team 10 meteorologist David Rienzo. David?
Yeah, guys, recently the last few days have been quite warm thanks to this south wind that's been coming up. Those past few days have been in the 80s, or 60s, 70s, but we will not have to expect that for very much longer. We do have one more warm day coming in, but this the warm temperature will move out, and we will expect to be back in the 40s. Plus, I'll have more about the first snowfall of the season, and you may not like what day it's coming on. So grab your umbrellas, grab your jackets, but first, back to the desk.
Thank you, David. Demonstrators marched onto Columbia University's campus yesterday to demand answers from the school. The protesters say that they want to know why the school has not opened up an investigation into its former gynecologist, Robert Matt Haddon. He was convicted of sexually assaulting hundreds of patients, and in July, the 64-year-old man was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Survivors say that despite the conviction, Columbia never notified patients about Hayden's loss of medical license and abuse history.
Still ahead tonight, a Rochester University professor is missing. What officials have to say about his disappearance.
Plus, a trip to the bank gone wrong. How one man went from being trapped inside a safe to safety.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Hi, I'm meteorologist David Rienzo. Welcome back to WTOP-10 Nightly News. Right now in Oswego, it is 59 degrees with no wind chill, so it still feels like 59. No precipitation recently, so we're still at 0 inches. Tomorrow morning, sun rises at 7:34 and sets at 6:06 p.m. Now, this southwest wind has been keeping us pretty warm recently. We've had past 2 days of 60-degree weather. We can expect some more of that for the coming days, but not for too much longer. First, I want to get into the radar. We've got this cold front coming in from the west. That's going to pull in some moisture, dump it in here. And tomorrow morning, not too much rain, less than an inch, less than half an inch most likely. But just something to keep an eye out for tomorrow morning if you're going for a run in the early a.m. Tonight, at around 12 a.m., it's going to be pretty cool tonight, not too cool, 60 degrees at midnight. Cool down a little bit. Expect some rain, as I mentioned just a second ago. Nothing too severe, but it might be a little bit slippery on your way to class tomorrow morning. It's going to be pretty cool, so not much evaporation is going to happen. Tomorrow, as I said, some rain, but it'll still be pretty warm, 68 degrees with a low of 59. That's once again because of the southeast wind, 6 to 8 miles per hour with a precipitation chance of 30%. So it's not going to happen, but still keep an eye out for some rain tomorrow. The southeast wind is going to keep us warm, but it will cool out. But first, here's your spot of forecast. Here's some songs to listen to during the day. Clouds by One Direction. It'll start pretty cloudy in the morning, but as the day continues, clouds will clear out, and you'll have some not exactly clear skies, but mostly cloudy skies. Then it's going to be one of the last days that you can experience some temperatures above 60 degrees. So Warm Love by Van Morrison is also on this playlist. Go out, experience that warm temperature. Really appreciate it because you never know when you're going to get it back. Finally, It's Raining Men by the Weather Girls. That's going to fly out because, like I said, it's really just going to be in the AM morning. Now, right now, this is current. Right now, we've got this cold front over most of the Midwest. This is going to move in. No, apologies. It's going to stay pretty constant for the next few days, but it's going to move out on Saturday, and we can experience some really cold temperatures. Now, this is for Halloween. A low of 42 with some clear, mostly cloudy skies, but there is a slight chance of snowfall, so you may want to bundle up underneath your costume, unless your costume is someone, wearing a winter coat. That's a perfectly fine costume. It's going to be pretty chilly on Halloween. Here's your 7-day forecast. High is on Friday, 70 degrees, and it just drops with a low of 44 on Tuesday. It's pretty chilly temperatures with a lot of rain. That's my full forecast. Back to the desk.
Thank you, David. It's not even Halloween yet, but that doesn't stop it from snowing in North Dakota. Snow fell consistently today and is predicted to continue throughout the day tomorrow. Several towns are expected to get 9 to 16 inches of snow throughout Friday morning. The city is asking the public to remain patient as crews work on the clearing emergency routes throughout the storm.
A customer got trapped inside New York City bank vault yesterday and spent the night inside. The World Diamond Tower customer was accessing his safety deposit box when employees closed the vault door, not knowing the man was still inside. Once the vault is closed, it cannot be reopened until morning when it automatically unlocks. The man was freed after nearly 12 hours with no injuries.
A professor from the University of Rochester has vanished, and police say he may be in danger. Jackie Napier reports.
Carrie's Airbnb on Tuesday afternoon, looking for clues as to where the missing man might be.
We did find evidence that he was there, so we do know he did check into his Airbnb on Friday. Now it's a matter of what happened from there, and that's what we're trying to track down.
According to the University of Rochester, Renta Carey is an associate professor of economics and management. The university says he was reported missing after he did not show up to teach a scheduled class on campus on Saturday morning.
Obviously, it's concerning that he flew here for a specific meeting, to teach a specific class or multiple classes, and has not shown up for them, which is far out, what we're told is far outside his norm.
Police say Rent-A-Carry did not have a car, but his Airbnb was within walking distance of the university.
He's got a family back in Boston, and obviously they're concerned about him as well, and that's what we're trying to resolve here and try to figure out what happened. We need that public assistance. We need that help getting the message out that we can confirm he's okay, because at this point, we do believe he may be in danger.
We will share updates on this as they become available.
When WTOP-10 Nightly News continues how Airbnb is using AI this Halloween season to crack down on partiers.
And the CDC is issuing a safety alert for a vegetable product you may have in your fridge.
So, that means we're just getting rid of this one.
Welcome back to Major Sessions.
It means we just get rid of this.
So we just skipped it. Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's the one.
I don't know what else. He's talking about child abuse.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on.
Like in the prompter?
They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Is that floated story going to be in the prompter, guys?
Way back in 76. Back when the earth was cool. You're watching WTOP.
In consumer news, ahead of Halloween, Airbnb is using artificial intelligence to crack down on disruptive and unauthorized parties. The company says it's a system that works to prevent some potentially higher-risk bookings. The AI-driven anti-party system looks at hundreds of signals that could indicate a higher risk for a disruptive or unauthorized party. This includes trip length, the distance to the home, and if the booking is last minute. An onion recall is underway. After a salmonella outbreak, the outbreak caused more than 70 illnesses in 22 different states. The company, Gill's Onions, issued the recall voluntarily, and the CDC is issuing a food safety alert. The recall covers diced yellow onions in 3-pound bags and 8-ounce cups. The CDC says people should check their freezers and refrigerators to get rid of any affected products.
Coming up in sports, Matt Sharamita.
But first, sports reporter Mike Neckers joins us with a recap of the latest Laker field hockey. Mike?
Turf, where Cortland showed their field hockey dominance today. They wasted no time scoring 2 goals in the second quarter of the game. A penalty shot by Elizabeth Pratt followed shortly after by a scrappy goal from Gianna Tronfio. The Lakers fought to stay in the game, but 2 more Cortland goals in the third quarter sealed it, with the final score being 4-0 Cortland. The Lakers' next game will be this Saturday at 11 a.m., where the seniors will be honored for Senior Day. That's all on field hockey, but we still have more sports to cover. Matt Sharamita will be in the studio to talk about a men's hockey team loaded with 14 seniors and graduate leaders. One in particular has shown some serious resiliency. For WTOP-10 Sports, I'm Mike Neckers. We'll have more sports for you right after the break.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
It's Al Roker.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel too. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like
No.
What do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30? Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa.
You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow. Get a close up with that one.
Matthew,
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Story on the ice and on the diamond. For WTOP-10, I'm Matt Sharamita with your Wednesday night sports report. With all odds stacked against him, senior defenseman Tristan Francis makes his long-awaited return to the ice this Friday. Francis was forced to sit out last season after suffering a torn Achilles tendon early on in the year. The veteran says that his return is a long time coming and walked us through what the recovery process looked like earlier today.
To get those smaller twitch muscles to work back to their fullest capabilities, but it was a long road. It was a lot of physiotherapy, a lot of working out, strengthening, all that not so fun stuff.
Francis was certainly not alone in his recovery process, as he couldn't thank his medical staff enough for their help in getting him back out onto the ice. He also expressed the utmost gratitude to his teammates for being there every step of the way and welcoming him back with arms wide open.
Was pretty excited, so I just remember last year when I got on the ice to practice, I got a couple stick taps from them and it felt really good, so they've been awesome to me.
And alongside his encouraging teammates and helpful medical staff is head coach Ed Gosick, who is entering his 20th season with the Oswego State Lakers. Gosick spoke about the importance of senior leadership to this team, as well as other attributes that Francis brings to the table.
He brings, his skating ability, and compete level obviously are very important, but just hockey IQ, making intelligent decisions with the puck.
It's been an emotional roller coaster of a year for Tristan Francis, and he is ecstatic to get back out in front of a sold-out crowd in their home opener on Friday night. And speaking of long-awaited returns, NBA basketball is finally back in New York. In Brooklyn, the Nets open up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. BK will lean on some acquisitions from mid-season last year in Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson, who have been astonishing two-way players for the team. And in Manhattan, the Knicks open up against the Boston Celtics and will continue to rely on their own standout players in Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle. The Nets tipped off at 7:30 and the Knicks at 7. After tonight, both teams hit the road and head south for away games on Friday night. And we're just going to go around the sports carousel tonight as we head over to the Diamond. The Diamondbacks take on the Phillies in Game 7 of the NLCS. Christian Walker gets things started, breaks his thumbs in the batter's box, double play feed, not in time. A run will score. It's going to be Corbin Carroll. What a game for him. 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 RBIs. Bottom second, Bohm at the plate, a high drive to left field. No doubt about it. A bank shot for Alec Bohm. His first and only home run of this postseason, and this game is tied.
Not until Bryson Stott comes up in the fourth. Sends this one to left field. Plenty of green and plenty of good. Alec Boehm wheels around third base. He's going to score. Phillies take the lead, and Bryson Stott has been key for this lineup. 9 RBIs in this postseason, another clutch hit in Game 7. And here's a familiar face. Corbin Carroll delivers again. His sac fly is going to bring Perdomo home. 4-2 D-backs. Phillies fans, so they're starting to sweat this one out. Bottom ninth, Jake Cave has the ball, 2 down. Sewalt lifts it to right, and who else to seal the deal but Corbin Carroll. The D-backs cash in their checks to the World Series before the banks close for the season, and they take on the Rangers in Texas on Friday.
Thanks, Matt.
Stick around for our Pet of the Week after the break.
Kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel 2. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
La 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 la. Breathe. La 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 la. La 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 la. Freeze.
Meet our Pet of the Week, Buffy.
Buffy is a 3-month-old kitten.
She is vaccinated and ready to be adopted.
You can find Buffy at the Oswego County Humane Society. I gotta say, I just love when we have Pet of the Week. It's good to have it back. Good to have cats, dogs, whatever on the screen.
Yeah,
you know?
they're adorable. I love to see them.
Yep. Do anybody here have cats, dogs?
Not a cat guy.
I'm allergic, but I do love cats, but it's just a curse. I can't pet them.
I have 3 cats. So.
Okay.
That's our report for tonight.
Be sure to stay tuned for One Too Many.
Thank you for watching.
Have a great night, everybody.
Sweet.
Oh!
Good evening, or morning, or afternoon, or night. This is One Too Many, the show where these two goobers compete to be the silliest based on my completely arbitrary criteria. They'll be telling a story with as much razzle, dazzle, or pizzazz as they see fit, and I will judge them based off how much I like that razzle, dazzle, or pizzazz. These are my contestants, Professor Raina Oritz and Sergeant Patricia McFeely. My name is Dr. Jake McVeigh, and I will be your host for the evening, or morning, or whatever. Let's just get on with the show.
Hi, I'm, Sergeant Patricia McFeely, also known as Patsy. I will be awesome today.
Keep your expectations low, because I'm Marina Horatz, and I'm not really a professor. Although, if I were to be a professor, I would teach a class on puppet shows with questionable morals.
Before we start the show, I have to do some small talk, because what is life without small talk?
True.
That's true.
So, if you all were an ice cream flavor, what flavor would you be?
I think you could start.
Sludge.
Sludge?
I would be sludge. I would be like when it snows, but you're in New York, and it's just a mess. It's just like a lot of mud, and there's rock salt in there, and you shouldn't eat it.
But it's oh so yummy.
It's oh so yummy.
It's oh so yummy.
Yeah.
I think I personally would be mint chocolate chip because it's terrible, and mint and chocolate together should never happen, and I think that's what happens with myself. I think that
it should never
my
happen.
two personalities, my two brain cells connect together, and that should never happen.
Understood. That's a good way to defend it.
Enough.
Oh, great.
Today we're going to be telling stories. I hope you brought some campfires and marshmallows because today we'll be hearing stories of mischief and disaster. A time where you thought, gosh, it can't get any worse than this, and then it did. I'm gonna flip a coin now to decide who goes first. Patsy?
So I think that a time that would be great to state is the time my bathroom just broke. Every time my parents leave for the weekend, my family members destroy things, not on purpose. It just so happens that things break, and it's always the bathroom. It always has to do with the bathroom. We don't know who did this, but we like to blame my twin brother that he broke the toilet, and it just started overflowing throughout the whole bathroom, flooding the bathroom, which then caused my two older brothers to try to fix it. They fixed it by just saying, like, turning off the toilet, this is it, done, we're not touching the toilet for the weekend. So now we had two bathrooms, we're down to one bathroom. And we're like, that sucks. Whatever, we'll get over this. And then my brother went downstairs the next day and saw a little bubble, a teeny tiny little bubble, appear on the ceiling right below the bathroom, and thought, oh, hopefully we don't have to deal with this until our parents get home. Oh boy, were we wrong. So this little bubble, just throughout the day, continued to grow and grow and grow, till I would say it was about this big on our ceiling, and like this, it was this wide and this long, until my brother, as any curious person would do, poked it, and it squished a little. Disgusting. Later in the day, we thought, sucks, our parents will deal with this. Oh, were we wrong? In the middle of the day, my brother was happily playing video games. Hello, Steven, I know you're watching. Happily playing video games. The bubble burst, and all the water that flooded out of this toilet down our ceiling, onto our walls, into our living room, like into our dining area, and flooded our living room floor. And that was my story. We had to like clean it up, and then my parents got home and we were like, how do you do this every time? Could you imagine? Like,
I can't.
Your kids.
I would return them. Just as simple as that.
So yeah, any response retort?
I've got a couple. You know what? I need a platform to discuss. I wish you and your family were less inquisitive, because if there's something in the ceiling that is beyond my comprehension, and the fact that even anywhere in that store, that was self-inflicted. You were like, you know what? It's time to poke it. And
But we don't think the poke did it, because it didn't burst when he poked it. It burst later. That's how we knew it was water, when he poked it.
It burst from rage, from the fact that you poked it.
It burst from the amount of water that was building up, and I guess the ceiling didn't like that very much.
Okay. Was it just water?
Someone's got to There was a dog in there.
These are questions we are not prepared to answer on this show.
Unfortunately
not. But,
well,
speaking of bathrooms.
Speaking of bathrooms, As much as I'd love to keep this show rolling right now, we have a message from our sponsors. Watch them or don't. I don't care.
Yeah, it's a...
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No, but you've got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Hi, Mom!
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. The segment where we say a quick little message to our moms. Raina, would you like to start?
I'd like to take this time not to say hi to my mom, but to say hi to every mom in the Pixar series. I love you all very much, and I hope you're having a lovely evening. And to my mom, I talked to her yesterday. This is not about her.
I would like to talk to my mom. Hi, Mom. I got these cool earrings. They light up. They're little pumpkins. And I know that you're dressing as a pumpkin this year for Halloween. For those who don't know, which I don't think anyone does, my mother is dressing as the 5 pumpkins on a gate for her pre-K class.
Oh, that's lovely.
But there are 6 pre-K teachers, so there's an extra.
Why can't one be the gate?
That's what we said, but we thought,
Yeah, I get it.
Who wants to be a gate?
Yeah, don't leave him out. Okay.
The dog dug a hole under the fence, Mom. He dug a hole under the fence, and I don't know if he can still get out from under there. I haven't told you until now. So now that we're done with that, let me recap the scoring real quick, because I don't do a great job of explaining things. So basically, I'm rating everyone's stories off of entertainment value, silliness, and the goofs. If their story lacks any of these things, they get a thumbs down and lose points. It'll sound something like, meh. And now we gotta move on to Raina.
So, I love stories. Do you guys love stories? I hope you do. Here's the thing. I am filled with anguish at all times. I'm in consistent amounts of pain with no solution. And here's my story in regards to how something I thought couldn't get worse, got worse. So, this happened in November 2013. Specifically, November 24th of 2013. What happened then? What happened then? I know, you're so curious. That is the night that Brian Griffin died on Family Guy. It aired for a live studio audience in front of everyone. That man died. He was hit by a drunk driver and he passed away. Now, I know, okay, we can obviously see why this is a bad thing, right? For many people, they loved Brian Griffin. They loved him. They loved when he drank his little martinis and read his little books on War and Peace. Personally, I was jumping for joy. November 3rd, 2013, whatever day that was the best day of my life. I was trying to make it a national holiday. I thought it was more important than Christmas. Here's when something I thought was bad got worse. 2 episodes later, that's right, 2.
Not one?
Not one. 2. Not even a season, not even a break. It was 2 episodes later, they brought him back. And let me tell you, this episode, they made a very big deal out of his death. It wasn't just like, oh, it's a goof and gab. He died and we grieved. Lois was like, Peter, he's dead. And we were all we felt that. Like little Stewie Griffin, we saw Stewie Griffin cry. We're not supposed to see that. And Brian Griffin died. And they brought him back 2 episodes later. And they were like, nah, whatever. And by the way, in this time they brought in some other freak dog. I don't want any other dog. I didn't want this dog. But here we are, 2 episodes later, Brian's back after going to the vet, dying. I could go on and on and on. But truly, the worst thing that ever happened was that they thought of that, and then they brought him back. I think what's dead should have stayed dead. I think they should have left Brian dead. And I'm going to say that. I'm going to say that to Seth MacFarlane out there. I know you're out there singing Sinatra covers right now. I know you can hear me. What's dead should have stayed dead. I have no patience for this. This was season 12. We're in season 1,000,000 now. Enough's enough. And that's my story.
I would just like to say for the record, I completely agree with Raina. It is 100% absolutely ridiculous that they would go and rip out our hearts with killing off the beloved straight man to Peter Griffin's goofy antics, Brian Griffin, only to bring him back 2 episodes later. If they had let this marinate for even a season or 2 seasons or forever, the moment would have gone down in Family Guy history as the single most gut-wrenching, horrific, real moment of the entire series. But no, they had to bring in Stewie's little time travel antics, and they had to bring in this stupid sob story about this other dog, and they brought Brian back.
To word it in a way that the McFeely household will understand.
Wait.
Yeah, to word it in a way the McFeely household will understand. Brian Griffin was the bump in the ceiling, and Seth MacFarlane poked it. Was it Steven that did that?
Steven.
Just like Steven.
Could you imagine if 2 days after you popped that water bubble and it completely destroyed your house, there was just another water bubble back there in the exact same spot?
I think that actually happened in our house.
I'd like to take this time, I'm going back to me really quick. I've put a dog down before, not myself, but I've lost a dog. You brought it back 2 episodes later? How am I supposed to grieve that? My dead dog is disappointed. Seth MacFarlane, do you want to pay my vet bills for killing my dog? Really?
I don't think Seth MacFarlane killed your dog.
I think he had some part in it,
Was
since he
just
thinks it's
sick?
so temporary.
Yeah, it's not a big deal losing a dog.
Until it happens to you,
Until it
Seth.
happens to you, Seth.
I'm sure it's really, really funny. I'm sure Stewie had a lot of antics with that. Not me,
Pappy,
sir.
do you have any retorts?
I don't know much about Family Guy. I've never watched Family Guy. Prior to this episode, I didn't know who Cleveland was or that he had his own show. I am not the Family Guy expert, nor have I ever claimed to be. I do not know the emotional havoc that Family Guy has wreaked. But I did hear that this happened possibly 10 years ago? 10 years ago?
It was November 26, 2013.
So I think that my only retort is that why are we still talking about this?
Because 10 years is never enough time to grieve.
I'd like to bring up my dog, Griffin.
All right.
Okay.
I
No.
would love to keep talking about this, but I need to use the bathroom, and you do too. We'll be right back after these messages.
Welcome back to Major Discussions.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move. So I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
Hey there, I'm Al Roker, class of 76. Yes, way back in 76. Back when the earth was cooling. You're watching WTOP.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Did you pee? I know I did. Let's move on. So, you tell me that you've never watched Family Guy before?
No.
Why?
My mom said I wasn't allowed to, and Raina knows better than anyone about what happens when your mom says you're not allowed to watch
That was personal
something.
and disgusting to do this on live TV.
I didn't mean to. He asked me why, and that is why.
Okay, my mommy, Amy Lynn Horatz, Mary Fiotti, maiden name. She told me I couldn't watch Breaking Bad when I was a wee youngin'. Have you been Italian? You have been an Italian mother? She said, Raina Emily, you don't watch Breaking Bad just because your brother can. And I said, okay, Mommy, I'm sorry. And now I'm 19. I know, don't I look good for my age? And every time I see Breaking Bad, I go, Mom, I'm sorry. And I can't watch it because I know somewhere out there she's so mad at me. And I don't want to make my mom mad. And you wouldn't either.
No, that's why okay, so I've seen Family Guy clips. Have you ever experienced TikTok?
I've heard of it.
So, you know how TikTok, like, you just scroll through and then you suddenly end up with Family Guy and then a slime video, or Family Guy and then a
Subway
guy
Surfers.
cooking, and then Family Guy,
Yes.
Subway Surfers. That is my only experience with Family Guy. And from what I've seen, I don't know much. I don't even remember the episodes I've seen. I remember Jesus appeared at one point.
Oh yeah.
That's all I.
He does that.
He does that.
Yeah, but that's all I've got.
Okay.
Sometimes I see Family Guy videos with a hydraulic press underneath, and they crush various objects in a hydraulic press.
I really like those, actually.
They are great videos, can I just say? Watching an object like a metal thermos that is so sturdy and so powerful and so confident just get completely mashed into a little paste by this hydraulic press, I think is pretty neat. Not for the thermos, but for me personally.
Do you want to know what my favorite TikTok videos are? They're the ones that tell me to go to sleep. Not the ones you're thinking of where it's like, are you still scrolling instead of sleeping? No.
Hold on.
I hate those videos. Those are awful. The ones that tell me to go to sleep are the pimple popping videos. And whenever they come up on my screen, it's always late at night, and it's always a reminder for myself, it's probably time to go to bed.
And there's Family Guy audio in the back of it.
Yes.
And it's perfect.
Usually the pimple popping videos are by themselves because it's its own content, and it's always graphic and gruesome. I would not suggest watching it. I find it weirdly appealing.
I can't do it. It's too gross. It's just too gross for
I think
me.
you're a baby.
Next episode of One Too Many, we will be popping a couple pimples on my face up close and personal. So if you want to see that, tune in next week.
Sorry.
Slinging out.
My dad didn't let me watch SpongeBob because when I was like 5, I think I started calling my little brother or my little sister a moron because Squidward started saying that. So my dad took me aside and he was like, where did you hear that word? And I was like, I learned it from SpongeBob. And he was like, then you're not going to watch SpongeBob. And I'm like,
did you cry?
Was it
well, no, I didn't
SpongeBob?
cry. It's just SpongeBob. I only missed out on like the best TV show ever until I was 12.
And you know,
it was Squidward.
Squidward.
So here's the thing about SpongeBob. When
Sorry.
they went to
I
kill
just got jump scared.
Squidward, it was only a goof. It was just a gag. They didn't really kill Squidward.
when did they kill?
So in the early seasons of SpongeBob, there's this episode where Squidward gets sick,
We have a lot
and
of
they
issues
think
with
that he
characters
dies, and they put him in a little coffin, and they're like, Squidward, we're so sorry we killed you, and they think that he's a ghost. He's not a ghost, and he's not even dead, and it was just a 1-episode thing. And see how that makes sense? Not a 2-episode thing where they grieved it, where they paid medical bills to lose a dog they loved so much. It was a simple little gag. On Breaking Bad, no one ever died. Ever. But
No one
on
dies.
Family Guy,
No one
They
dies.
died.
I'm serious.
They died.
No one actually dies in Breaking Bad.
they don't.
They just go
But
to
you
sleep.
know,
Why
on
are we
Family
talking about
Guy.
so many shows that I've never watched?
Because I have a lot of feelings, a lot of big feelings.
Wait,
about
but you
November
never watched Breaking Bad.
26th, 2003. I knew he'd back me. He's seen Breaking Bad.
I have seen Breaking Bad.
And I haven't, Mom.
Breaking Bad is a great TV show.
Mom, I haven't. Mom, stop. I haven't. Please.
Just a reminder for those of you tuning in. First of all, you're late. I'm mad at you. And second of all, we're judging these stories based off entertainment value, silliness, whatever I feel like. And I think it's about time we get to the points. For Patsy, I gave you plus 1,000 points for suspense. I was on the edge of my seat pretty much the entire time, except for the end. I sat back a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. And I gave you 2,000 points for payoff, because I think it was a really great payoff hearing that your house got a lot of really serious water damage.
Thank you.
Raina.
Hi.
I gave you a whopping 10,000 points for mentioning one Brian Griffin. And I gave you an additional 5,000 points for mentioning how he was killed. I'm going to crunch a few numbers here.
I didn't stand a chance.
2 is
2,000 plus 1,000
plus 5
is 3,000.
5 and 5
It's going to be close here, folks. Stay on the edge of your seat. Do the math at home if you want.
12.
This is torture at this point.
No, it could be you. It could.
All right. You guys talk while I'm crunching these numbers. I can't
Do
figure
you know
this
what's
out right now.
torture? Dying by a drunk driver being brought back 2 episodes later for goofs and gaps. You know what's torture? Losing your best friend, POV I'm Stewie Griffin, quitted Brian, and comes back 2 episodes later.
So sorry.
Just totally
You
has
should
to
keep doing impressions.
I can't. That was the only 2 I got. I'm sorry. I do some really good Daria impressions.
Oh,
and anyone wants to
gosh.
hear it. Gertie.
He's dead.
He's dead. And that's not okay. You can't play with my feelings like that.
He's
I miss
dead.
my boy.
He's canonically dead on One
And
Too
you
Many.
know what? I don't even like Brian Griffin. I don't even care about him. I mentioned that earlier. I think he's a jerkwad. I think when Quagmire had that little speech where he's like, and you know what, Brian? No one likes you. I think he was right.
Okay. I'm still
That's a
crunching
real
these
head
numbers,
scratcher,
but
man.
something's been on my mind. Why do you hate Brian so much?
I think he reminds me of me.
Has this been always on your mind, or just because she just said it
Well,
right now?
I mean, we've been
I
sitting
think I
here
see
for what?
myself.
The better part of 25 minutes discussing how much Raina hates Brian Griffin. I feel like, I don't know, maybe this is just a little bit unjustified. Have you ever thought that maybe he's just a silly cartoon character and maybe it's, I don't know, I'm just...
Would you be sad if I got hit by a car and died?
Well, yes, but...
Dude.
But that...
I
what does
need
that
to
have to do
cry.
with
Erroneous!
What does that have to do with
Erroneous!
anything?
I need to
No.
cry right now. You put Raina winner.
I didn't put Raina winner.
You wrote Raina winner.
That's an empty spot for winner. I'm going to write the winner's name there.
I see myself as a bit of a Brian Griffin. You know me. I like to sit and hold a martini. I like to talk to pretty blonde women.
You are a pretty blonde
My best
woman.
friend's a little baby, and we go on adventures together. And I read a lot of books. No, I don't, but I tell people I read a lot of books.
What books have you read?
Pride and Prejudice, and the Bible, and
Blood
Prejudiced?
and how to. Yeah, and I've read all those, so I get it. I don't
Don't
I
do
don't
it
like
to
that
us.
dog. Maybe because I don't like myself. So if you make me lose this episode today, this might be my last episode.
You know, I'm not going to lie. I'm thinking of making Patsy win this episode just because I don't really like you at all.
Oh, okay. Well, you wouldn't be the first person. But could you bring me back 2 episodes later?
Jake,
Does that sound logic?
The suspense is killing me.
The suspense is killing you.
I need the winner.
Okay. I'm still crunching a few more numbers. Patsy,
Please.
tell us about the aftermath of the water damage in your home.
No! I can't do it anymore, Jake. I can't do it anymore.
Just like,
The aftermath was that my dad lost all the hair on his head. He's been struggling since. The Yankees haven't been doing well. The man is stressed. This happened in 2016 too. Wait, no, yours didn't happen in 2016.
2013, November 26, 2013.
Oh, sorry. So this happened in 2016, I think. Our house is fine. We don't have a hole in our ceiling anymore. And
Can't really see it, but it says Raina circled right here.
That's my name. R-A-I-N-A.
All right.
Right.
So after all that suspense, after all that waiting, Raina is our winner. Give it up to Raina.
Yeah, be excited.
I'm sorry, but I don't know. I feel a much closer personal tie to Brian Griffin's death than I do to the water damage in your house. I'm really sorry.
If you rearrange the letters in Brian, you get Raina.
Wow, I never noticed that. Whoa!
Raina, I think it's time for your winner's
Give your
speech.
victory speech, Raina.
All right. It seems today that all you see is violence. Good old-fashioned values on which we used to rely. Shout out Jay Leno.
Not Jay Leno again.
All right.
Anyway, I'm done.
And now, Patsy, you get to give a loser speech because you're a loser.
This is a disgrace and a travesty on me and the McFeely family. I feel so much regret. Please, please, God, let me win the next episode. I need it. I need it. This is disgraceful, unjust. I don't deserve this. Please. I need a chicken sandwich right now.
I was going to say, I know it's like Halloween time, but do we really need to keep on putting up all this scary imagery right now?
Dude, this
It's
chicken
really kind
sandwich
of
is
freaking
too
me
much.
out right now. Our live studio audience is getting scared that we definitely have.
Eek! That was them. Did you
Dude,
hear it? Eek! That
our
was
live
them.
studio audience is so formal right now.
Hey, live studio audience, do you think I'm pretty? Guys!
Wow. This live studio audience is just too good.
Okay.
Well, that was about 30 minutes of your life that I'm sure you wish you had back. And as much as I'd love to keep wasting that time, we are very close to wrapping things up today. I would just like to say, before we end, Patsy, what are you going to do next time to do better? Because I'm not going to lie, I'm a little disappointed in your performance today.
I'm gonna do nothing. I think that Family Guy is stupid. I think that it's wildly inappropriate. I think that my mom is right and that no one should watch it. Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Like,
I am butthurt. Get that guy out of here! He died!
They brought him back.
End the show. I'm tired of it.
That's the whole
All
point.
right.
That's like everything I said.
Well, Raina,
Yeah.
how do you feel about winning?
I feel great, and I haven't been allowed in my dorm for the past couple weeks. My roommate, she's been calling me a blatant disappointment, so I've been sleeping and cuddled outside the door, so I hope she lets me back in now.
All right. Well, that was weird. We hope that you enjoyed today. I hope the rest of your day is a 6 out of 10, though. This
Frank, of course, your host. Here at The Bigger Picture, we're all about recognizing those organizations here on camera that you may have never heard of. Welcome to Season 4 of The Bigger Picture. Who would have thought we would have made it this far, but here we are, Season 4. So unfortunately, this is for sure the final season of The Bigger Picture, as I will be making my departure from SUNY Oswego this December. Before we dive deeper into this episode, I would like to say a quick shout out to Kiara Montero. She is watching at home. All of us here at WTOP, we love you and we thank you for all the work you have done for The Bigger Picture, as well as everything here at WTOP. Also, before we jump into tonight's episode, I would like to tell everybody thank you for coming along the ride for The Bigger Picture. It's been 4 years of great shows, great episodes, great guests. So once again, thank you to everybody watching. Thank you everybody for supporting. Thank you everybody for sharing, posting on Instagram, tagging us. We appreciate all the love. But let's jump into tonight's episode. So As always in the bigger picture, we always start off tonight's episode, or all the episodes, with naming a bunch of things that are happening on campus, just in case you want to get active or you want to get out of your room and go do something fun. So let's name a couple. First up, we have a senior here from SUNY Oswego named Naomi Ellis, who just dropped her first album called Serene. She dropped this album on September 22nd, 2023, underneath her album name titled Sane Girl. This album is a soulful and alternative masterpiece that celebrates solitude, with her last track applying the name Solitude. She's drawing inspirations from artists like Janae Aiko, Erykah Badu, and many others. Her lyrics and soulful beats serenade with her audience as she mixes and masters all her songs to the songs she wants to show growth and self-love. Tune into her album, available on all platforms now. The Oswego Student Association Programming Board will be having their second annual LGBTQ+ Pride Festival. It will be hosted on October 21st in Sweatman Gym from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. There will also be a lot of live music, food, giveaways, and so much to do. Plus, everybody loves to see a spectacular runway scene, so go out to that if you're feeling nice. Also, this week is fall break, so just please remember to take the time, wind down, relax. This semester has been a little bit stressful for a lot of us, so please make sure to do whatever you can to make yourself feel at peace. Also, if you are traveling, please be safe. Lastly, join the Caribbean Student Association on October 28th for their Underwater Paradise Dinner, a celebration of Caribbean culture and the exciting year ahead for the association. The event will feature delicious food and captivating performances. Keep an eye out for ticket sales at the SUNY Oswego box office. Stay tuned, because when we come back, we'll be joined by our very first guest for Season 4 of The Bigger Picture. So stick around.
Say, President Stanley, whenever there's bad weather, who would you turn to?
I'd turn to Storm Team 10.
No,
right
but you've
here.
got to say it like this. Storm Team 10. Say it with me. Storm Team 10.
Roll it.
Jill
Should we
told me it
tell
was
him?
Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
Al Roker.
Hello and welcome back to The Bigger Picture. Tonight, we're excited to have special guests from the Latino Student Union here joining us tonight. The Latino Student Union is an organization founded in 1968. Their mission was to enhance awareness of Latin culture, encompassing traditions, cuisine, and music through a range of engaging activities such as weekly programs, tabling, and special events. Their initiatives foster unity among cultural organizations and students, facultating connections and understanding as well. Joining us tonight is their president, Carmides Jimenez.
Hello.
And their faculty advisor for the organization, Dr. Celinette Duran Jimenez.
Hi. Thank you for having us.
Thank you guys for joining. All right, so to start off tonight's episode, I would like you guys to introduce yourselves, tell us about your roles within the Latino Student Union, as well as your roles here on campus. Anyone can start.
My name is Carmides Jimenez, and I'm the current president of the Latino Student Union. My sole mission is to delegate and oversee all of our events, all of our everything that we have on initially, making sure all of our members are doing what they need to do. And yeah, I got involved because I wanted to do something on campus, and what better than to join LSU.
Dr. Duran?
So actually, Matthews and Carmidas originally approached me about being the faculty advisor for LSU. I wanted to take this on because I think that it's very important to have representation on faculty, as it is in the student body. As the only Dominican faculty, full-time faculty on campus, I also wanted us to be able to bridge that connection between the student body, between the faculty side, and then for students to be able to see someone who looks like them fostering and facilitating these types of relationships that are really important in academia.
Thank you guys for that. So let's jump into the juicy questions now. All right? What inspired you guys to become involved with the Latino Student Union, and how has it impacted your experience here at SUNY Oswego so far?
Well, for me, I was actually very opposed to joining anything. It's like kind of ironic. But my freshman and my sophomore year, and eventually I got into my junior year, and I really wanted to be a part of something. Everyone was kind of doing their own thing, enjoying their time on organizations, and I was like, wow, I kind of actually want to get involved. And there were things that I wanted to bring onto campus that I was like, okay, let me be a part of it. Let me try to do something for our campus. So yeah.
I am very much invested in student success. Because we are a teaching comprehensive college, the priority from the faculty side is making sure that our students are at the forefront, making sure that we help them succeed in any way which possible. And even though I am a faculty member of the Criminal Justice Department, we have a very large major that only gives me but so much contact with students. Being able to advise the Latino Student Union also gives me an opportunity to meet other Latino and Hispanic students, other Black students, other Afro-Latino students who don't know who I am but might still be interested in fostering that sort of connection, seeing someone else that represents them on campus.
Cool, cool. So, of course, we all love a little bit of diversity. So how does the Latino Student Union contribute to promoting cultural awareness and diversity here on campus?
For us, we like to pride ourselves that we are Latin-based, but we're never exclusive towards just our Latin community. So we're very open in that way. We like to promote ourselves on our social media as much as possible, around campus, through our weekly tabling. If you see us in MCC, Mondays and Thursdays we table, so come by and say hello. Through our programs, we try to also collaborate with different organizations to show that we're here for everyone. As much as we want you guys to learn about our culture, we want to be educated in others as well. So yeah, we just try to put ourselves out there as much as possible.
Yeah, I've been very impressed with the way that the Latino Student Union has really taken to the mission. I really appreciate seeing the ways that they have embraced Afro-Latino culture, Afro-Caribbean culture, and really working towards making sure that there is a space for everyone and that everyone understands that feeling of being included, being inclusive. But obviously, because I am an academic, because I'm a faculty member, I also appreciate the ways in which these students really do the work. They know their stuff, and they do absolutely everything possible to make sure that not only are they explaining the experience, but they're getting the information out in the right way.
Now, is there anything currently the Latino Student Union is doing to try to bring out more diversity onto campus or make themselves more known on campus to get people to join them in?
On campus, we try to basically reach out. Like, we have an organization chat, so we try to promote within our organizations, within each other, letting them know, like, hey, this is something we have. We also always have our annual dinner that is coming up in November. So that's one of our biggest things that we try to get people aware of. Just, if you don't know about us, we have a dinner coming up. Come learn about us. We try to do that. Just, yeah.
And the organization is also very intercollaborative, so they have programs with the African Student Association, they have programs with the Black Student Union, they'll do programs, you have another program coming up this evening with the Caribbean Student Association. Next week, there's another program that's dedicated to the Latino Asian student experience. So something that I do appreciate are the different ways that LSU is able to really look at the interconnectedness of all of the multicultural organizations that are here on campus.
So, of course, we all have Latino backgrounds here, but what's that one thing from our background that we would like everybody to know about us?
I think we're very welcoming. Like, As far as I know, when it comes to family gatherings or when there's outsiders, my family is very come in, come eat, come talk to us. From my perspective, I think a lot of us are like that in our community. So.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I actually have a graphic poster in my house that says "Mi casa es su casa," and that's exactly how I treat my job. My door is always open. I have a revolving door of students, so I do like to bring that same welcoming atmosphere because I like people to feel comfortable. And even though I am a faculty member, I am still a person, and I do like to keep the avenues and the lines of communication open between me and the students.
So this question is more for you, Dr. Duran. When you were back in college, how was your experience? Like, were you involved in any organizations? Were you supportive of any organizations? Tell us your story when you were in college.
All right, let me see if I can think that far back. So when I went to college at John Jay, which is a commuter school, it's a CUNY school that's based in Midtown Manhattan. It has a very large Hispanic and Latino population. The running joke in New York City is we call John Jay Dominican Harvard because there are so many Dominican students there. I was involved, so when I was in college, I was part of the honors program. I was part of the McNair Scholars Program, which is a program that is supposed to prepare first-generation, low-income, and minority students to get ready for post-baccalaureate work, whether that is preparing for graduate school, med school, law school. And I benefited greatly from that program because it also helped me become involved in a lot of other student organizations. While I was in college, I also founded and was the president for the Amnesty International chapter, which brought awareness to human rights violations all around the world. I also was a part of the Criminal Justice Honors Association while I was there, which is something that I actually hope to bring to our campus here because we have really amazing criminal justice students and I'd like to be able to highlight and feature them. Yeah. And then I was also involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I've always been involved in music. I lived at home, so there were a lot of other family obligations that I had tied to there. So it was a vastly different experience from what I think most of our students get here. But I also did understand the importance of being involved in your campus because y'all, together, we spend so much time here. This is, for all intents and purposes, a second home. So why not make this a space that I can feel comfortable in, that I can be myself, that I can showcase all aspects of myself. And I think that's what I appreciate about all of our student organizations here is that it creates that niche for students.
I agree. I definitely agree. So Carmitas, when it comes to you being in college, is LSU the only thing you do or is there other things you're a part of?
For me, there are other things that I'm a part of. LSU is my main priority as president, but I've also been a part of Image Step Team since I was in my junior year, and I'm also on the executive board for the Student Association's programming board. I am the director of public relations, so I hold those two positions as well as I'm a part of a team. Other than that, I think I'm pretty involved for those three, but I kind of stick to those that's kind of where I found my place. I have a special inkling in my heart for the Women's Center here on campus. I love their organization. I love what they're a part of. So I'm definitely a proud committee member for them, but yeah.
All right, let's get a little deep again. Ready? So we are taught all about generational curses, right? Do you think you had any generational curses from your family that came with you to a new environment like coming to Oswego? Or do you think you didn't come with none? I can tell you I came with some.
I definitely think I came with a few. For one, I think it's our lack of asking for help. That is definitely within my family. Like, we're not supposed to reach out to other people. We're supposed to figure things out on ourselves. And when I first got to Oswego, there were a lot of things as a student, especially coming from a different area, that I did not understand, I did not know, and I did not know how to reach out for help. And that stuck with me until I finally got comfortable being uncomfortable and I put myself in those positions and finally learned how to actually ask for help. So that is definitely one for sure.
So in my family, we don't talk about generational curses. We talk about generational blessings.
Okay.
And one of the things that I can say I will take with me everywhere I go is the work ethic. And I 100% have gotten that from my parents.
Okay.
You know, I too fall into this trap of needing to feel like I have to do everything on my own. I have to showcase myself. I have to show that I am capable of doing all of these things, because if not, then we tend to fall into that sort of imposter syndrome pattern.
Yeah.
Where if we have to ask for help, that means that we're lesser than, that we're not capable. But growing up, one of the best things, and I actually have this in my dissertation dedication to my parents, is